Britain is a Christian country. Well, if you've never lived in the UK, it's easy to assume that the country which produced some of the greatest missionaries, men and women who risked their lives traveling far and wide to spread the gospel, would be at least fairly religious. Well, not exactly. Don't get me wrong, if you ask the British people if they thought the UK was a Christian country, the majority would say yes. In fact, when asked in a recent survey, 56% said yes, while 28% said no. However, if you ask the question, how many people attend Sunday services each week, that figure drops to around 10%. Coming from Nigeria, where Christianity plays a huge part in daily life, I find it surprising that British Christianity is largely symbolic, if anything. For example, if you walk around any British town, you'll see evidence of a religious pastime, beautiful churches, magnificent cathedrals, hospitals and schools named after Christian saints. It's a history that somehow evaporated over the years and replaced with secularism. Secularism itself isn't a bad thing because people are allowed to freely practice whatever religion they wanted, and that's great. The one thing I found really strange though is that when I tell people that I am a Christian, they sort of look at me as though I just crawled out from under a rock, as if to say, babe, we don't do God here anymore. I think you've missed the bus. With that said, nothing prepared me for when I watched a documentary about how many church buildings were being sold off to developers to later convert them into pubs. A church building turned into a pub? Wow. So when British people say the UK is a Christian country, what that means is that the country is Christian in heritage, not in practice.